All right, boys and girls, Mr. Ortiz here, and I just wanted to do a quick lesson on letter writing. And in your take-home folder for this week, all of you were given the shapes to make the letters that we've been practicing here at school. So each of you have the two big curves, the two little curves. You have four big lines. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then we gave you 3 little lines. Can any of you think what we used the 3 little lines for? Which letter? And if you're saying the letter L, F, or especially the letter E, you're exactly right. That's what the little lines are for. And they'll be used for a couple other letters as well. All right, so these are all in your packets this week. And what we'd like you to do is get out your learning baggies, and if you practice making the letters, you can get a letter and you can put it up top like this, letter L. And then you just want to practice with your letters making using the shapes that we sent home. So the big lines, we need a big line and a little line for the letter L. And then down and across. That's how we make the L. If you use your Handwriting Without Tears sheet, you can actually see exactly how you're going to make that letter L. You're going to come down, and then you're going to go across. You never pick up your pencil. It's one steady touch, down and across. Letter L. And then if you want to show Mrs. Bowman and I you practice, we put inside some clear paper, okay? And also in your work folder, there's a journal. And that's the stapled thing that you can write or draw at least one thing that you had fun doing each day of your break. So today, if you have some really good food for lunch or something and you want to share it with us, you can write about it with your mommy or daddy or big person, or you can draw us a picture, and you can practice writing your letters on here as well. So Mrs. Anderson and Miss Robbins, Mr. Ortiz, and Mrs. Bowman, we're all looking forward to you bringing back your journals with some material in it about things that you did each day of your break. So that's what this stapled folder's for. You could practice writing your letters inside of your journal and bring it back to us, or you could use the blank pieces of paper that we sent. Okay? We included in your packet a little zippered pouch, and you had colored pencils and crayons and all the good things that you will need to do any of these tasks included in there. All right? So that's the letter L. And then if I get the next letter, it's the letter A. And the letter A, I'm going to need 2 big lines. I hope you're helping me say this. 2 big lines, and we're going to need 1 little line. Okay? And again, letter A is on your writing sheet, and it's telling you to do number 1 diagonal line, number 2 diagonal line, and make sure that they meet at the top, and then number 3 right across the center there. See that? So that's the letter A. The next letter on my pile is E. So I'm going to get rid of 1 big line, and I'm going to bring over those 3 little lines. 1, 2, 3. So if we're going to do this, it'd be 1, 2, and 3 from the top down. And the letter E and to do that, change that into an F, all we'd have to do is take away the bottom little line. See that? And to make it into an I, we just have to do what? Center this over top of the big line and center this over the bottom of the big line. So you'd have a big line down, a little line across, and a little line across at the bottom. Then we could take away the bottom, and it changes it into the letter T. And to do a T, you're going to do a big line down, then hop back up like a frog and go across the top with your little line. And then the last one we have, which I'll use these shapes for, plus one more big line. Can anybody tell what I'm going to be making? I need two big lines that look like this. And then I'm going to use this little line and I'm going to put it right here. And that's the letter H. And for the H, we're going to do a big line down, another big line down, and then a little line from the left to the right, H. And those were all made using big lines and little lines. Now we're going to make some letters where we use curves, big curves and little curves as well. All right, so I'm going to take these away. Let's see what's in the curved letter pile. We start out with, let's start out with this letter. Letter C, and you all know how to make that. That's just taking one of your big curves. And if you're going to write that letter C, you start at the top and you just continue making that beautiful curve down around till you touch the bottom of the road. Top of the road to the bottom of the road for a big curve. Okay? And then we could go to making the letter O. And for that, we just need to get what? Our other big curve. Turn it over and have them holding hands at the top and the bottom. And to make it, you're going to start at the top and you're going to go to the left. Down and around. Right back up to the top and stop. Letter O. Then we could easily turn that O into what letter if we use one little line? We're going to turn it into the letter Q. So again, to make the letter Q, you do your O, down and around and back up and stop. And then you'd make it stick its tongue out like that. Starting inside, draw the line right over. That's Q. Now if we change it into the letter G, we're going to have to take away those. And the G, we're going to come around, up with a little line, and then across at the top of the little line with another little line. So see the G on our sheet? We go around, up, and then a little line at the top. Down and around, up, and a little line across the top, G. Okay? And then we have one more to make. That's using this. We're going to use a little curve at the bottom. And we're going to use two big lines. And the first one's going to come down like this, across the bottom like that, and then we're going to go back up, and it's the letter, hope you're saying U, the letter U. So down, around the bottom, and right back up. Okay? And that's the way it shows us to make it on our sheet as well. Start here, come down, around, and back up and stop. Okay? So far, those are the letters that we've done. That's what the purpose of these shapes are, moms and dads, if you're wondering why they're in their folders. They're for making their letters and practicing their letters. So if there's any questions on any of this and how to make the letter formations, or you don't have the Handwriting Without Tears work page, just let us know and we'll be happy to get one sent out to you as soon as your child returns back to school. Alrighty? Have a great day, boys and girls, and we'll see you pretty soon. Bye-bye.